Tired of feeling like you're spinning all the plates in your design business and at any moment they could all come crashing down? Are you feeling like you're so close to breaking through to the next level, but those consistent projects still aren't flowing your way? Are you ready to finally take your business from a hobby to 100K and beyond? Then welcome to the Six Figure Designer Podcast. I'm talking all the techniques you need in your design business to start paying yourself, get great clients, and finally break through that 5-figure ceiling. Hey, everybody. How's everyone doing today? I'm Pam Durkin. I'm the clothing coach for interior designers. And you may be wondering why I'm called the closing coach, because I help clients and designers just like you find great opportunities and then close them. So many of you have such a hard time taking those jobs or assessing them and getting them over the finish line. I help you get them over the finish line so that you're working in great projects with great clients. So today we are breaking down the Luxury Client Academy program into each individual month, so you'll know exactly what you'll be working on in this coaching experience over the next 9 months. And today we're going to be talking specifically about months 4 through 6. And this is a really actually pivotal portion. It's actually where you become incredibly confident in what you're offering in your business. It's so much easier to sell a client when you know your numbers and you understand intimately why you charge what you do, and then what the client gains from that experience and knowledge, and then understanding what problems you are solving with your services. So in months 4 through 6, we're going to shatter those insecurities that you've been harboring, because you will no longer worry about what to do or what to say, because this is where we work through all of that. And it's actually an incredibly pivotal month, and so much transformation happens on your end. So you're finally going to feel like you know what you're doing in your business, and you're going to feel incredibly confident. So I want to tell you a story. You ever hear that saying, no good deed goes unpunished? Well, this happened to me in my business. A few years back, I had a great opportunity that came to me. It was an awesome project. They had a wonderful budget. It was a great neighborhood. It was going to be an amazing transformation. It was a full renovation, and it was a large home. And after I got hired by this client, her real colors kind of emerged, right? And I discovered that she had incredible mood swings and actually could be downright mean. And it was one of those situations where I was just praying to God to get out of this project alive. And one day, she offhandedly said to me, "My daughter is a better designer than you." Ouch, her daughter wasn't even a designer, wasn't even anywhere near the field of creativity. Boy, did that one really hurt. And honestly, it hurt my heart. And I took it so very personally. I know I had done everything that I could above and beyond to create a great experience for her, to provide an amazing design for her, and to take care of every detail that needed to be taken care of. And even so, even though I knew all that logically, I still felt terrible, and I took this very, very personally. And I know a lot of you have experienced the same. We are tender hearts. We love to help people. And when somebody says something basically horrible to us, it almost puts us into a tailspin, and it's really disheartening. And I want you to know that this group is a group that's going to get you. It's not your spouse or your best friend or somebody in your family that will listen to what's going on in your business, or if you have a bad day or a bad experience with a client, they will patiently listen and maybe give you a few words. But nobody knows what we deal with on a day in and day out basis except those who are in the business. Like Only designers know what designers deal with. So I want to let you know that if you're looking for that, this group is for you. We are designers. We know what's happening. I know what you're going through. I've probably experienced almost all, if not more than all the things that you've experienced in your own business, and dealt with people saying horrible things and going through tough situations. So I totally get it. So we know what you're going through, and this is the place to be so that you can be understood and supported like no other. So just want to let you know that that is one big thing is, I'm still a practicing designer, so I know what we go through every day in and out. So we're going to dive into what's going to happen months 4 through 6. Month 4, we're going to actually be talking about the power of the shock and awe box. You guys may have heard me talk about this. It's something that I implement in my own business. It moves that trust factor along. It closes clients so much faster. I've closed 6-figure deals with this, and it makes it so much easier. So what we're going to do is you're going to get an introduction to the shock and awe box, why it's so incredibly powerful, what's important about it, how it closes the sale faster, how it creates that trust. And we're going to start implementing parts of this, parts of the items that go in the box. So we're going to start implementing those things together, because what I'm finding is that when people are putting together the items that I put in my own box, there's a lot of questions. They're not sure how to structure it. So this is something that we're going to start putting together with each other so that you can ask questions. We're also going to be doing this in a group setting as well, so you can, bounce some ideas off some of the other designers and get some real-time feedback. And we're also going to be implementing in month 4 office hours every couple weeks. So this is a chance for you to come in, and again, a lot of personalized attention, where you get to come into a small group setting and even just go over something that's going on in your business, something that happened in the last week or 2 weeks, a situation that has just come up where you want to talk about something real time. That's going to be available to you during the office hours. So that's what's going to be happening in month 4. And in month 5, we're going to be talking about understanding your sweet spot. So we're going to be talking about what is the sweet spot in your business, when that is the sweet spot client, the sweet spot project, the sweet spot referral source. What is all of that? And we're going to be working on some getting some things tightened up in your business, like project minimums and how you figure out your fees and what is your timing during your process. So many of us have this in our head, but we've never written it down, or I've even heard, I have it somewhere. It's in 5 different places. Nothing's in one document. Well, this is what we're going to be working on in month 5, is understanding what your sweet spot is, and then how the parameters of what you're offering. And then we're going to have a co-working session. We talked about this in the last episode, where we're going to be working on this together. So don't worry about, how you're going to implement all these things, because we are here. We're going to be doing a lot of these things together. So you're going to get a good head start. And I'm also finding that as designers, when we get ready to work on something, we have a billion questions. And again, this is what that co-working session is going to help with. And then we're going to do a little bit of information, going to start diving a little bit into the finances of running a design business and how you can run a small and mighty business, some big ideas that you should be aware of. And we're going to get you really comfortable with some numbers in your business, but don't worry. We're going to make it really easy to follow. And then we're going to start working on contacting some key referral sources. So not only are you going to be learning what to do in your business, we're going to help you implement. So this is an implementation program as well. And that's what's going to be happening in month 5, is understanding the sweet spot, learning some boundaries and figuring out some boundaries in your own business, systemizing some of your fees, and then getting some referral sources contacted. And then in month 6, we are going to be talking about the client audition. I want you to be thinking about in your business, not if a client wants to work with you, but if you want to work with a client. And that's where the audition comes in, where it's one piece of my qualifying process. And it's so incredibly powerful when you have the script to work them through the client audition. Now, one of the other things we're going to be doing is another co-working session in this month to do some mock client auditions so you can get really comfortable and you can, lose your words and flub up and not know how to answer a question in these mock interviews so that you can feel really comfortable when you're talking to a real client or a real potential client that you've worked through some of these kinks. And I think that's going to be really helpful with your own confidence. And we're going to talk about, there's going to be a training on how to qualify, which is incredibly important. So many of you just answer the phone if there's an opportunity that looks big enough, then that's it. That's the qualification. But no. We have a 4-step qualification process, which includes the client audition, which we just talked about, dealing with objections, easy ways for clients to say yes, and again, how to maybe turn down a client. Nobody ever talks about that. So that's what's going to be happening in months 4 through 6. I invite you guys to apply to the Luxury Client Academy. I would love for you to be there. If you missed that episode where I go through all the details of that, that's episode 67. It's going to be a small group, less than 20 women. So I would love for you to go ahead and fill out that application and tell me a little bit more about your business to see if I can help you triple your profits. And don't forget, this academy includes a free ticket to the Naples experience, which is in Naples, where we get to tour multi-million-dollar homes. It's such a great few days and it's so much fun. So I invite you guys to join the Luxury Client Academy, fill out that application. I would love to hear from you. Of course, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. My email address is in the show notes as well. And next time we're going to be talking about months 7 through 9, and I will talk to you guys soon. Take care.